What is up, everybody? Welcome. Glyph Gaming, thank you so much for that host, my man. I appreciate it. Stopping in pretty early here. Today, guys, we're just gonna go over some, expectations, goals. It's gonna be an AMA stream, so ask me anything you want. Doesn't matter to me. And we're just gonna kind of chat, relax for today. Pretty crappy outside, pretty cold, so fortunately not much to be able to do IRL stream wise, so we'll see. Let's get some music going. Overall, how is everybody? I mean, we haven't done, a ton of these kind of streams, so I always like to hear kind of from you guys. If you guys like these streams, if you don't, if you'd want to see less of them, or more of them. So but we'll give it maybe 5 more minutes and then we'll start going kind of into it pretty in depth about kind of, what we're going to do this coming year, the plans, lots of stuff actually. I think I didn't make a list. I probably should have made a list because whenever I kind of go off on a tangent like these, it's hard sometimes to keep track of everything, but hey, who's counting? I've been having a lot of fun with Subnautica. Subnautica's been pretty interesting and fun. I think I'm going to continue playing that game, maybe even to completion, at least once or twice a week. We'll see. We will see. Oh, what up, Kestrel? Oh, what's up, my man? I love those greeting things. I feel like it's so good. It's going well. It's going well. I took a huge nap all the way up until 8:30. So I got home at like 4:30. This week for work has just been, it's been long, tough. I love my job. I really do. But this week has been something else, I'd say. It's mostly because of the holiday. Discharges and everything just keep getting moved around. So you got to adjust things, reorder equipment. It's just a bunch of that stuff. And honestly, the families have been more crazy than the actual patients this week, just because they're all I think stressed for the holidays, and either they want to get them home before the holiday or not, and that can be a stressful time for people like this. So work's been interesting this week. How goes it where you live, Kestrel? The weather for this, I'm trying to do a snowboarding stream again, and I am having so much trouble because of the weather. For Wachusett Mountain, the one that we went to last time, let me tell you about the 5-day forecast for them. Tonight, rain. Flood watch from 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. Friday to Saturday. Okay, so we all know what that's going to do to the snow over there. And then, why are there... I don't understand why there are ads all of a sudden on my YouTube. Really bothers me. Saturday night, or Saturday during the day, it's supposed to rain all day. Saturday night, not so bad, but it's still only going to be like 50 degrees, so they're not even going to be able to make snow. So we'll see. The next big snowboarding stream will be probably the 28th, December 28th, with Nikki from Lauren and Nikki Live. If you haven't checked them out, you should definitely check them out. They're pretty cool. So, with that said, I'm thinking that I might try to go to a casino on Saturday. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. We'll see. I'm still trying to get in contact with someone a little bit higher up than just like the front desk person there, so that I know that it's not going to be an issue me streaming it, because I can see all sorts of problems coming from it if I'm not allowed to do it. So we'll see. You know what I mean? I think it would definitely be interesting, and I think it would definitely be really fun. It's just whether or not I'd be allowed to do it. All right, so let's get into it. So for 2019 or 2019, what do we want to get done? What do we want to get accomplished? So as a streamer, we've had our major ups and downs at the end of this year. And I think the number one goal next year is going to be consistently streaming all the time. I think that's going to be the biggest one. So I've gone through spurts where I've been streaming a lot and things like that, but they've only lasted, you know, 6 months, 7 months at the longest, I think, on a regular consistent basis. And towards the end of those 6 or 7 months, we've been able to, you know, get a pretty good following, build a pretty good community, and then I kind of just drop off. There's been a couple of reasons for that. Some have been school, some have been just life, some have been, I think, what most people would call streamer burnout. I don't really know. I don't necessarily know if I believe in streamer. Well, I do kind of, I guess, but I don't know if it's more burnout or just kind of not interest. I think interest is a bad word to say, because I'm always interested in streaming. I guess burnout. I don't know. Just lack of growth. And so I think the biggest thing for me next year is going to be to continue to stream and do it all year. A couple of things will definitely help with that. So we are going to be going to a lot of like the major events next year, which is really exciting. We have one lined up at, like, for the most part in the start of the year, at least every other month. So we have PAX South in January, PAX East in March, Anime Boston in April. We're going to be going to TwitchCon again next year, which is going to be awesome. Well, we're going to try to go to like the West, PAX West maybe, but I'm not sure. That one's up pretty far out, and I think it ends up relatively near the same time frame. What about MagFest? What is MagFest? So I just want to start making something that man, these ads are killing me here. Hold on one second. Go with this. Okay. It's just scuffed PAX East. Yeah. What is MagFest? I mean, I think I want to open a thing to have people like request things that I go to and stuff, because a music and game festival in January, it was the same time as the first PAX South, a lot of overlap. So anytime there's big overlap, I definitely have to go to PAX South, so I'm going to PAX South. But anytime there's something that you think would be pretty cool and to live stream or something, definitely hit me up with a DM or Twitter message, or yeah, well, that's a Twitter message, but like tweet at me. You can tell me here and I'll definitely look into it and consider it. It's how I found out about Anime Boston. I'm not like huge into anime, but I think it'd be really cool to attend and learn more about. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be going to and, you know, checking out. But yeah, so streaming all the time. I'm gonna make myself a goal to be streaming 300 of the 365 days. That's my plan. That's my goal. I'd have my eye on Boston Comic Con for sure. New York Comic Con is another one that I have my eyes on, which we've been to. I would say I didn't have the greatest of times, but I also wasn't streaming it. It just was so crowded, but hopefully it would be better this time. I know Wachusett is gonna get railed by rain. I was just talking about that. A little worried about it. I'm trying to do more snowboarding streams, but unfortunately the weather has just been horrible in the Northeast lately. Even the mountains in like Vermont and New York are getting a lot of rain this week. So we'll see. There's a long winter ahead of us. We've got all of January and things like that. So it should be good. It should be good. It was very nice today though. I would go so much more often if I lived a little closer, but I get out of work around like 3 o'clock, and with the traffic and everything to get over there for like, it's a solid like hour and a half drive for me. And with traffic, it would be like 2 to 3, almost. I would say it's probably closer to like 2.5. So by the time I got there, I don't know if it'd be worth the drive and everything and the hassle. So we'll have to see. Isn't Blue Hills like 30 minutes? I'm not sure. Yeah, Blue Hills is pretty close, but it's also, I don't know if it has the best cell reception. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. It probably does. It probably has fine cell reception. So yeah, I'm gonna type these goals out here. So goal number 1. Is it always gonna bring this up? Yeah. So number 1 is to stream for 300 out of 365 days, which I think is pretty good. It's a lot, but I think we can do it. I don't think that's too bad, because I think that will give me the consistency, the regular, because that's what I'm trying to do starting now. I'm trying to get more regular in my streaming schedule. I guess my second thing would be to make a Steam schedule and kind of stick to it. I think my goal is to kind of get more into the, you know, real world live streaming. So what I'll do is I'll try to like get into that more, and then have a couple of days here and there where we'll switch it over into games. Yo, what up, B-Ray? Nice to see you again, my man. So like 2 or 3 days maybe of gaming a week, and then the rest all IRL and kind of thing like that. Maybe 2 days. Definitely 1 day. 100% 1 day. But if there's enough content to bring you live, I will do so. And I think once it gets nicer in the Northeast, there'll be a lot more to do. So like I have a lot of beaches near me. I have a lot of so like going on walks and things like that are going to be much easier to do. It's not in the winter. So I guess that would bring me to the next topic of conversation. So we want to stream more consistently. We want to be more consistent. That's number 1. We're gonna try to make a stream schedule possibly that we can stick to. I want to get Steph more involved in the stream. I think she's enjoying it. She's actually wanting to start maybe some of her own streaming stuff, so that would be kind of cool. Another big goal of mine is to get this room situated for streaming. So like Steph and I talked about it. This is our guest room in our apartment. We have a 2-bedroom apartment. pretty large living area that I can't really put my stuff in the living area because it's just too much of like a kind of like a clutter, I guess, and the sounds would just kind of bounce back and forth to each other. So the plan is to get rid of this bed. This is our old bed. It's like a full-size bed, because we don't have people sleep over often, just, you know, every once in a while, and having an entire bed there I don't think is necessarily, you know, to do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of the bed. We're gonna get like a futon or something, put it up against the wall there, and kind of set up the wall and everything so it's a little bit more professional for the stream and stuff. So I can kind of start decking this place out and just like stuff. So that's another thing that I want to do, is kind of really set up this room for streaming, so that we can do on days that like we can't figure out something to do IRL wise, I can just kind of bring you to this and then have more of like a talk show, like, I don't know, podcast talk show kind of way, you know. You have a lot available to you IRL wise with so many large metropolitan areas nearby. Yeah, so that's definitely true. It's just the travel and stay fees and stuff of that kind of thing. So we'd love to do that. You can just use a green screen. So I have gone back and forth with the green screen. I don't know. Do you guys like a green screen? Do you not like a green screen? Tell me what you think about it. For me, the green screen has been good at times, but annoying at times. So here, I'll show you. So I actually have a green screen kind of thing set up for me right here, and I've used it quite a bit, but at times it just gets really annoying. I think it's hard sometimes. I like the immersiveness of this here, like being in the room with me kind of thing, and that's why I want to get the room more set up and everything, get it all like, you know, better. I think if I had to do it again, I would put like a wiring up top so that I could like slide it back and forth, kind of like a curtain, you know what I mean? But my ceilings are really high, and I actually tried doing that. Can you see the hole, the things up there? Yeah. So I actually did hook it in there, and it actually worked really well. It was working really well, and then it just got really bulky, and then whenever someone was over, it just looked horrible. Like I was like, what is that? I'm like, it's a green screen. And they'd be like, what's that for? And I have to explain it, all kind of stuff. It was just easier to take it down. Decorating the place out gives us look. Yeah, so that's what I think. After just that's just more of a preference kind of thing. I do understand what you're saying though, B-Ray, with like when I'm gaming, like for Subnautica or something like that, it definitely can be a little bit more chill and immersive if it's just me and not my background, and the background is like the game itself. Like Subnautica would be in the background here, like all the like the ocean and stuff. But so we'll see if I can find a way to get a little bit more ease with the green screen. I think I would do it. I looked into the Elgato, the one that comes up from the ground. That one, it's so expensive though. I don't know if I would use it, and it's pretty large. But without this guy here, without the bed, I think it would be much easier to set up and put down. So I want to get like a little mic stand, or not a camera stand, so that the camera can be more down angled, so that it can be more like something like this. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out another time. We'll figure it out another time. But yeah, so that's that. Trying to think what else we're talking about. So like I really enjoy the real life streams, the IRL streams. I want to try to get better at promoting them, like social media wise. It's gonna be hard for me to. Dodgerson, what's up? What's up, my man? Another goal for me is to meet Dodgerson, and I'm gonna meet that goal at PAX South. So pretty lit. It's gonna be pretty fun. You guys should definitely tune in. That kind of segues me into my next goal. And this goal is going to be more kind of viewer base and stuff. So I don't usually like making a lot of viewer based goals and stuff. Wow, is that really loud? It's loud. Hi guys. So, because I'm really getting away from the whole caring about my viewership. I care more. I mean, obviously to every streamer, they care about their viewership, and they want to grow and things like that. But I've had such an up and down road with that because of the different things I stream. Like, I get really excited when we get a lot of people in here, but at the same time, I get just as excited if there's like 2 or 3 of you guys in here, just like it is currently, and it's just more interactive and fun, and we're just chatting. I was talking to Dodgerson actually the other day after one of the like the cooking stream, and after the cooking stream, and I was saying how like fun that was and interactive it was because everyone was kind of into it, chatting and just having conversations amongst themselves, things like that. I think I'm a big thing since I've been brought up as kind of more of an objective person, with like physical therapy, things like that. My goals, I want it to be obtainable, and I want it to be measurable. And so I think active viewers get, I don't know, a special rank. So that's what like VIP is almost. And I have been trying to hand out the VIP to people that come often, and chat. And I think that's what I'll kind of keep it as, but I can't make it like a guarantee because I only have so many VIP things that I can give away. So, but yeah, something like that for sure. And then obviously I give rewards to the subscribers and things like that too, with like their own commands, things like that. So, but I think my goal for that is going to be to have a more consistent viewership for my IRL streams and just be better promoting them. And I don't really know how to measure that in nature. I guess I could go by like tweet impressions, things like that. But that's why I kind of started to really move forward into the like YouTube realm. I'm trying to post more YouTube videos. I'm starting to currently just post up my past broadcasts, and I'll do a little bit more like reviews of the different areas and stuff that I go to. I think that will be the easiest way for me to do it. Different reviews of different places I go to. You wish you could sub but don't have Twitch Prime. Don't worry about the subscription. I don't mind. Like, I don't really care as much about the subs as I do the constant viewership. I think that's some of the coolest things. I've had my ups and downs, as I kind of talked about earlier in the stream. Kind of whenever I stream consistently for months at a time, I will start to get like that community base and have people like you guys that come in all the time and chat and talk and have conversation. That's when it really starts thriving. And then I've always kind of dropped off the earth. And I'll take full blame for that, but I'm going to, like I said, the goal for number 1 is to stream for 300 out of 365 days next year. Just like be consistent, be on top of it, be very public about kind of and informing of kind of what's going on with me schedule wise, things like that. So that'd be good. I know Dawson's been here for a long time, so he's seen the ups and downs of kind of going in and out. But so yeah, so I think having a more consistent viewership is something that's really important to me, and I want to continue trying to figure that out. I've been reading a lot of like blogs and things of people that have been successful, the grinders, and that's kind of the reason why I've started to stream much more often compared to the past month or two, because everything I've read from people that are grinding and have made it, they say just like stream as much as you can all the time, and you'll pick up some people here and there, and that will just continue to grow, rather than doing like the sporadic ones that you try to like bring in a big crowd, like the snowboarding stream, then the mall stream, then the cooking stream. Rather than do that, just stream it all the time, no matter what. And I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Yeah. So that will segue me into the next topic that I want to talk about, when it came to like meeting Doggerson at PAX and stuff like that. So we are going to a lot of the major events, but another thing I want to do is really expand my relationship with my current sponsors and get more. In order to provide you guys the best content possible when it comes to live streaming and real life content, it's expensive. I won't lie, it's very expensive. When it comes to the IRL streams itself, you're talking, if we were to go through it all, we have $139 per router and modem. We have $125 per month for the hosting server. So you're looking at least minimum, and that's just for 2 modems, $403 a month. For fees and stuff to continue doing the streaming and stuff. Hosting the server is the one that I would do for the IRL stream. So the way that it works is that the LiveView Solo unit encodes the video for me and sends it to a server, whether it be directly to Twitch or a server itself. The only way for me to get the like notifications and stuff that you see on the screen pop up for the IRL streams is to go through a server. Now I can make it myself, I just don't know how to do it and make it secure. So I have to figure that out. But if I do, then I'll get rid of that. But at the same time, I've been reaching out to Synapse, which is the server that I'm using. So we'll see. Bro, that's too expensive. Oh, I know it's expensive. But right now we currently are sponsored by LiveView. So that saves us a decent amount of money. And then Unlimited IRL is also going to work it. How powerful of a server does it have to be? It has to be stable enough to hold the live stream the entire time. So taking data at a minimum of 5,000 to 6,000 kilobytes per second, and then sometimes even more than that, and be able to send it out to Twitch. So it just the real issue is server stability more than anything, I think, for that. And then on top of that, if I'm hosting a server at my house or something like that, then on top of that, I would be streaming on it. So it just takes a lot of, I think, bandwidth and stuff and stability. But I will look into that more, things like that. But I want to expand that, so I want to continue my relationship with LiveView. They're going to be sponsoring our way to the PAX events, and probably more after that, hopefully. And then Unlimited IRL has reached out to me. I'm going to be talking to them about a little bit more in depth. They're already giving me almost like a sponsorship, but I can't call it a sponsorship because I'm not getting actually paid by them. But they're giving me like a pretty good discount for their stuff. So I'm getting discounts on all of those things. So in reality, it's really closer to like $250 a month or so is what I'm paying right now. So that's fun. So getting closer to that, and for the most part, streaming in general has been able to counter or pay for most of it anyway. So all the money I'm making from streaming is just going directly right back into the stream through paying for those things. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that, I guess. But continually increasing my brand, and then getting more and more sponsorships for myself would be good. Another goal of mine is to continue growing my stream team and my team in general, Observe Esports. If you guys haven't yet, check them out on Twitter. I think there's a link on that follow on Twitter thing. You probably follow me already, but follow them too. Lots of cool streamers in there. We've keeping it to a lower number of streamers. So all of them are handpicked by myself and Simply Meg, who you've probably seen around here. And they're all really cool people. I'm gonna try to visit most of them in the year of 2019, which is another kind of, I have tons of goals, by the way. All that are relatively obtainable, but I want to try to visit most of them through the year of 2019. So to be honest, you should just get a server from like Kim Soup. So yeah, I have to be able to send it to the server. I have to send my encoding from the encoder, the live USO, to a server that can take video, and then that video I'll use it on my computer from home, and then I control my computer from home with my phone. That's how I've been doing it currently, because the one on my computer is just so much more stable. So but my hope is that we get like a little bit of a sponsorship going on with Synapse, and also LiveU, and continuing into it unlimited IRL. Then everything get like much cheaper. Because the IRL backpack itself was close to $1,800 to purchase and get everything to go, which I do not regret at all. Really fun. I knew that the initial grind was going to be difficult, so I already have dates set for kind of like if the IRL streaming doesn't pick up and move forward, right? I think I pay $8 a month for a dual quad 4GB RAM server for modded Minecraft. Yeah, I know servers aren't that bad. The Synapse server, the reason why it's more expensive is because of the different things that it has. So they have a thing set up so that I can control everything from my phone when it comes to like different screen setups, different things, and then it will automatically come down if like I run out of bandwidth or something, and then it will reconnect automatically. It brings up a screen automatically onto OBS and things like that. So there's a lot of positives to why it is. It's just a matter of me utilizing it all. What's their website? Let me look here. Here it is. I think one of the coolest things about it is the anti-rip technology or anti-rip thing that prevents my stream from going offline. That's definitely one of the coolest things, I think. What's really nice about it is that it's really made for IRL streams, and everything about it is directly for that. I know I can get a server from like some random place, but none of this will be set up for me. So it's really me just paying for them doing it for me. That's what it is. Currently I'm doing the 6-core server, which is the 720 60 FPS IRL stream, which it's great so far. I have no complaints. So how much access to, I think I have like full access to the server for the most part. Yeah. Lots of traveling in 2019 that we're going to be doing for sure. We're going to be going to the West Coast. We're going to be going to the South. So this is, let me get your guys' thoughts on this. And I always kind of get back and forth answers with this for sure, whenever I've talked about it with others. But this is interesting to me. So what do you guys think about sharing like my stream and kind of everything I'm doing stream wise with like my IRL friends and family? My parents know that I stream and everything like that. I mean, I'm a grown man, so it doesn't really matter. None of them really come to the stream or anything like that, but I think if I told them about it and I wanted them to support, they would definitely support it more often, be here a little bit more often, things like that. But none of the rest of my family knows that I kind of do this much for sure. Not this much. And most of my IRL friends, I would say, don't know that I do this. Definitely around here in Boston for sure. But a couple of like my really good friends, they all know that I stream and stuff like that, but probably not to the extent of which I stream, and how much like I kind of make it like a full-time job after my regular job. Part of me thinks to myself like I should just own it and I should just promote it through everything, because I mean, more than likely some of them would definitely come check out the stream, but maybe not too. So like not everyone would. So I think it's interesting to kind of do that. But when I think about like all the successful streamers out there, most of them, probably 90% of them, completely own it. And I think that's something that I need to probably start doing. I can kind of promote it within, you know, my own circle of friends and stuff like that too. And I think the biggest thing with that is it's changing now, because I'm doing more IRL streaming and things like that. And I'll be honest, I'm embarrassed to say that I just play games all the time, because I mean, I work and I'm a part of a world that is, you know, relatively successful. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I work in a hospital. A lot of people, if there ever is talk about games or things like that, because remember the Fortnite craze was like going nuts, and I played a lot of Fortnite. When the Fortnite craze was happening, all of my coworkers and everything were kind of just like, oh my god, I can't believe people are wasting so much of their life playing like this game Fortnite and things like that. So the stereotype of that is still there when it comes to like gamers in general, things like that. And I always tell myself, like, why should I care about that kind of stuff? And for some reason, I still feel like I care a lot about that when I shouldn't. I should just own up to it and just be like, hey, well, if you don't like it, you don't like it, whatever. But I think my family would be pretty supportive of it. It's just a matter of, I mean, they would support me in anything I do, so it doesn't matter what I do. I think it's time to kind of try to start changing that kind of stuff. Only one way to change that stereotype. I know. So we'll have to see. I think come the year of 2019, I'm going to start being much more vocal about it and open about the entire thing. Like, I mean, Dodgerson, you're my Facebook friend. You know, just by looking at my Facebook, there is nothing in there, even remotely close to gaming. If you were going to my Facebook, you would see nothing about gaming. No one would know that I game. For the most part, none of them do know. But I could. And I think that's one of the hardest parts, is because it's actually become an issue for me when it comes to streaming and stuff, because trying to balance those two lives is actually very difficult. And it's interesting because the problem is that a lot of my coworkers and friends, if I was to tell them, no, I can't do something because I'm streaming, or no, because I'm going back home and streaming, they would probably laugh at me and be like, what? And it's very possible that those people would probably not lose respect for me, but you know what I'm saying. Definitely put strain on our relationships if I'm starting to choose streaming over hanging out with them and stuff. For the most part, I've just kind of been like, oh no, I can't go out tonight, and not really telling them why. Like I'm just going back home and doing this. So, but every time I think about it, it's more of like, if I was to tell them, oh no, I'm going to another job, all of them would have like respect that I'm actually doing another job and stuff like that. So, we will switch it. I think come 2019, I'm going to announce it on my Facebook, all of that stuff. Which is a big step. I'm not gonna, like, I'm actually, it makes me, I'm just thinking about it, makes me a little uncomfortable. I won't lie to you guys. I'm like, I get very uncomfortable when I think about releasing that information with every one of my friends on Facebook, because my friends on Facebook are both all my coworkers, in addition to my family. I'm not worried about my family. I'm more worried about like coworkers, work life, stuff like that, so we'll see. We'll see. But I agree with the like, why not? I don't think anything would really change that much, to be honest. Yeah, I know. Their problem if they can't support something I do. I think most of them would support me. It's just more of the thought. It's more, now this is a horrible thing to say, and you guys are gonna either hate me for it or whatever, but it's more of like a social stat, like, I don't know. Don't know why, because I do love what I do and I love streaming and stuff, but like sometimes it's embarrassing to say to like my coworkers and stuff that I'm such like a big gamer and things like that. Why? I don't know. I'm one of the top therapists in my department, in my opinion. And it's shown through like, you know, all the different scores and stuff like that, but it's like, it's more of like, I don't think they would look, you know, any less of me. Although I don't think that's true. I think they would be like, wow, like that guy, I thought he was like chill and everything, but he just plays video games all day, like that kind of thing. And that's a me problem. That's definitely a me problem of being embarrassed by that kind of stuff when I shouldn't be. And I mean, you can see it like when I'm live streaming at like a major event, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, you can see I enjoy my time. I have so much fun streaming and going up to people and talking to them. Like, I really come out of my shell. Like, I don't really have a shell online, and I think that's one of the that's one of the coolest things about online and just like this atmosphere is that people really come out of their shells because there is no expectation. Everyone is on the same level and plane of understanding of that this is something that can be a real life aspiration, can be a real job, can be whatever they want it to be, but there isn't that like stereotypical like, oh, he's gaming, so that's frowned upon in like successful society. You know what I mean? No wonder Joe couldn't hang out with us. He was busy gaming. So like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I think a lot of people would support me. They just wouldn't understand the commitment that it takes. Like, if you were to tell someone about how much commitment it takes to make it in this world of streaming and gaming, a lot of them would not understand. And even if educated on it, they just would never get past, they never get past that initial like games are for kids thing. Do you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying. So right, B-Ray. I'm 24, and if I say my hobby is gaming, they will be laughing. So, yeah, exactly. So if I was to tell my colleague, like, my colleagues are doctors. So, like, doctors of physical therapy. They have their masters in OT, medical doctors, surgeons. Like, if I go up to them and I tell them, hey, what do you do for, like, a hobby? What do you do outside of, like, work and stuff? And I just say, I just play games. All of them just would laugh at me, you know? You'll probably find out that a lot more people I know actually game. So I know that a lot of people game. It's just, I know that there's a good number of people that do play games and things like that, but not at the level that I do. You know what I mean? Not at the full-time streaming games for hours and hours on end. People will play Xbox and different games like Call of Duty, Smash Brothers, things like that. I know people at my work that have bought the Switch just to play the Pokemon game and stuff like that, but they only play like, you know, an hour, maybe 5 hours a week when I'm doing that in one streaming session. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing they don't really get about it. So it's just one of those things. Be right. I would play 8 hours a day if I could, but I just don't have the time because I'm working full time. But yeah, if all of my friends went to an engineering tech university and stuff like that, they would get it. But that's why, like, you know, that's why I enjoyed so much being around here, because I mean, we've made plenty of friends throughout the time. I think that's why Darren and I are so close, because we both, like, we get it, right? We both play games a ton and just understand that playing games isn't necessarily like a thing to be frowned upon or a waste of time. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing, is that a lot of people consider it like a waste of time, or they'll be like, how do you play that much games when you're married and when you're with, like, what does Steph do and things like that? Which brings me to my next topic of conversation, which I kind of wanted to talk about. Recently, since TwitchCon, actually, Steph has really been into supporting my streaming aspiration. It's always been kind of more of like for the Steph is my wife, by the way, if you didn't know. But Steph has become much more supportive of. She's always been supportive of me. That's not to say she hasn't been supportive, but she's become much more supportive of me when it comes to really going for it here. So that's really nice, but it does take up a lot of time that we could potentially spend together. If you think about it, if I wanted to, all of these hours that I'm doing into streaming, I could just pick up at work instead. I could pick up extra time. I could work overtime and just make a lot more money and kind of move forward in that life aspect, like for things like buying a house, you know, things like that. But we're not currently. And Steph has become much more supportive of it. She saw kind of what TwitchCon could like bring, the atmosphere. I think what she saw was like kind of the happiness that I got from being at TwitchCon and things like that. And she really realized like, wow, this like, she's always known that playing games and stuff make me happy, but I think that was a whole different side of gaming that she didn't really understand fully until she went to TwitchCon. So she's been much more supportive, and so that is another reason why we've kind of invested into the IRL streaming atmosphere, because she can be more involved with me in my stream and my setup and just being a part of it, which is great because it allows us to hang out a lot more than versus just her sitting at the other computer or sitting on the couch out there kind of interacting with the stream and stuff. She can actually be in it doing things that we enjoy, like hiking, walking, going outside, you know, that kind of stuff. So which is funny, I know. She does yell at me at times. Are we planning on having kids ever? Yeah. We'll have kids at some point in time. We're not sure when, but at some point in time, yeah. Oh yeah, we're going for it. That's why kind of making the goals for 2019 to be consistent and just like go for it. Guys, I'm turning 29 years old on the 30th this month. So I think giving myself a year, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it hard. And if we make it to a certain point, we'll continue it. But if we don't make it to a certain point by the end of the year, we'll kind of go back to, you know, every once in a while, you know, we'll go back to just doing it on a less consistent basis. The IRL streams will probably end if they're not successful by that time, you know what I mean? And, you know, but we're expecting good things. That's the plan. That's the plan. And so just trying to get not my name, but like just the streams out there, because I think when it comes to the IRL streams and stuff like that, the content is good. It's just a matter of getting it in front of people more often and having more people come into the stream. And that's the problem. Like the snowboard stream, I thought the snowboard stream content wise was great. It's just getting it out and in front of people is the issue. So that's what we have to get. That's what I have to get better at. It's just we have to get it out in front of people somehow, some way. Get out of this ocean of Twitch and get more on top of the wave, you know what I mean? It was more of a trial run. The problem with promoting it and stuff is I'm having trouble getting a date that's so set that I can make sure that's happening. Like, it's supposed to happen this weekend, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anymore. You know. Oh, Dustin, I don't think you were here. Maybe doing a casino stream. We'll see on Saturday. I'm trying to double check with the casino itself whether or not that's actually, you know, nice. Might be nice to have a fallback for situations like that. Yeah, so like having a fallback, like I'm sure you guys understand. Blizzard snowboard stream, cool. I don't know if my backpack could handle it, to be honest. Like it's not waterproof, so not having it completely snow on it is good. But so much I think you guys understand it, but like so much work and effort goes into setting up these IRL streams, and keeping them live and ensuring that we go to places that like has service and won't drop the stream, controlling the stream from abroad, you know, that kind of stuff. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of effort, and I think it's worth every piece of that. It's just, this is what people call the grind, right? It's the grind of pushing through this and gaining that little bit of viewership here and there, getting people to come more often and regular, which we've already gained a couple of you guys for sure, which is awesome. And it's just continuing that for that. F for F, please. What up, Rodriguez? So we're gonna push through it, and that's the whole reason for being consistent, pushing through it. I think the fallback plans for it for the most part will be something like this, kind of more like a just chatting stream. That's kind of what I did today. Like I was planning on going out, but then I fell asleep, took a nap until 8:30, and then realized like, oh shit, I should really get on and stream something. Follow me, please. You follow me, dude. And I don't necessarily believe in the follow for follow system, so unfortunately, I don't know, my man. This kind of more like a just chatting stream. But we'll have to see.
New Year's.
Follow me, please. You follow me, dude. And I don't necessarily believe in the follow for follow system, so I don't know, my man.
No, he's not gonna follow me. Ah, wait, let me end my stream real quick.
I went to your stream and I see you. You're watching on PS4. No, I'm not gonna be playing Fortnite tonight, my man. Sorry. When you do play Fortnite, can people play along? Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I very rarely play Fortnite anymore. But if I do, then most games that I play will be multiplayer, and if I do multiplayer, then I'll do that. Yeah, so trying to set up a podcast with other streamers has actually been proven, or has shown to me to be actually much more difficult than expected. I've been trying to do that with my stream team itself, and it's been pretty difficult at times. Well, obviously we haven't done it yet, so it's been on the plan and docket. It's just it's been tough. Gaming streams, I remember. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little bit more gaming streams here and there. I think that will kind of be my backdrop to if I don't have anything planned for an IRL stream. Tomorrow it's gonna be raining like really hard. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna plan on streaming Atlas though, the game, as long as it comes out. So that should be a fun time. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get a coffee right after work tomorrow. Work's gonna suck tomorrow. I can't stress enough how much work is gonna suck tomorrow. I already saw kind of what my schedule's like. Like, I get to make my schedule for the most part. There's only certain times where I don't, and it's for like family teachings that can't be rescheduled, meetings that can't be rescheduled. Trying to think what else. Certain sessions for treatment can't be rescheduled because of the equipment that I need to use. And tomorrow, all except for one 30-minute slot. Now, I work from 7 to 3. All except for one 30-minute slot was already pre-booked for me. And the problem with these pre-bookings, or the pre-scheduled things, is that if you're doing it, there's a documentation for just that, and then there's also a documentation on top of that because it's like an additional thing. Like a family team meeting, I don't only have to write a note for what went on during the family team meeting and family teaching, like what I did with the patient, but then I have to write also a summary note of the meeting itself. So it like doubles my work. And then the same thing with all the other stuff. Not to mention equipment orders. Working with Medicare. Medicare gives people a lot and protects them a lot, but is also one of the worst systems in the world. Proven by our healthcare system in America as being one of the worst. Can you please play with me? So I'm not playing Fortnite, my man. I'm sorry, dude. I did see that your account was brand new though. Well, not brand new, but it's been created since August 9th, but you only have one follower and you're not following anyone.
Hey, are you good at the game?
Yes, I am good at the game.
So,
Show you how to build it now. What is this?
but unfortunately, I don't necessarily believe in the follow for follow system, my man. So, if you want to follow me and you're playing a lot more often, I will check you out. And if I enjoy your stream, I will hit you up with a follow. Because most follow for follows, they just get the follow, then they leave. Don't stop by as much as often, and then unfollow at another point in time later. So usually how the follow for follow system works. I want to do a cooking stream that is the one where like Steph has her hands as my hands, and then we cook things like she's behind me, that kind of thing. I think that'd be pretty funny. I don't know, maybe I'll just make a video of it rather than stream it. I don't know, live streaming it might be a little difficult. Have I checked out the pack schedule yet? No, I saw that it came out though. We can talk about that. Let's look at it here. Pack South. Let's look. Friday. Story time. Okay. I made it here, but how do I PAX? How to find the best video game deals. Cheapassgamer.com? I've never heard of that. Wait a minute. Cheapassgamer.com. Ow, please do that. What? Please do what? This thing looks sketchy as fuck. I'm not gonna... Okay. Let's go back here. GoldenEye 007. Where's that at? 1060. It's a free-for-all tournament, I think. Cooking stream? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun. Let's look at Saturday. Is there anything that you really wanted to go to, Dodgerson, or watch for the schedule? I think what will be really fun is having you there, Dodgerson, with me. We could like we could really like do things where like we try out stuff. How many days are my stream packs? All 3 days. At some point in time, I believe I'm gonna have to stream on the Live View channel, so I don't know when that's gonna be. But the Live View channel, I'll post on Twitter when that happens and stuff. So guys, if you were thinking about going to PAX East, Saturday is already sold out. Friday is low. So I would purchase your tickets now if you haven't yet. It'll be good exposure, I think, yeah. There'll be a lot of people streaming there though too, so we'll see. My plan is to get there early, just like all the other ones, and really stream like the lines and interview people, things like that. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Have a lot of cards set up already, you know. You're down to just go with the flow. I was thinking that we could like, there's gonna be so many expos there and stuff that we could like go to each one and we can really like have some fun like interviewing the actual expos and stuff at times. And like trying stuff out, you know. Steph doesn't really like trying stuff out a lot, like sitting in the chairs, things like that. I feel like we could do it. There will 100% be a drunk stream, more than likely a drunk stream of us, Dodgerson and I going to like a bar or something like that. It's happening, 100%. So as long as it's streamable, I will do it. I'm gonna have to be very careful with that. I need to get like cash, like heavy amounts of cash, so that I don't have to like pull out my wallet and show like my credit card information on stream. Don't shrink. Joke of 2018. Oh, that's gonna be that will be a moment to remember, I think. Actually, we probably won't remember it, and we'll have to look back on the stream to see really what happened. But apparently there's like a there's a walk or something that we're supposed to do or something. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be really fun. This is gonna be the first time that Dodgerson and I have met each other ever in real life. Oh yeah, the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk. I keep getting told about this Riverwalk thing. I have no idea what it is, so we'll see. Take the boat ride. I gotta make sure we have service, so we'll see. Sounds romantic. God. Wait a minute. I think I X'd out my music. I did. My bad.
But mostly I don't wanna feel you slip away from my fingertips, cause there is no worse feeling than this, knowing that it might have been our last kiss. I don't wanna feel lost.
But yeah, that, oh god, it's gonna be so ridiculous. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think what's nice is that Dodgerson's on a pretty good sleeping schedule, so we'll be able to wake up pretty early, get to the lines early, things like that. The big question is whether or not I'm gonna have to stand in line or not, because I don't want to have to take forever to get into the place either. So I have a feeling it's gonna be decently long lines at the start. So we'll see. Still trying to come up with a good way to brand myself, like that I'm live streaming at the time, not just making like a YouTube video. So we'll see. Different ways that I've already brainstormed about it. We'll figure it out by the time it starts. You do have to get your pass there. Yep. My pass is already here. Oh! It's empty. Oh no. Packs. Ooh. Tia. This is the Pack South badge. I have to block certain things on it. Make sure people don't copy it. The rules of PAX. Drugs are bad. Don't steal. Don't punch or kick people. No cheating. No harassing. Don't harass people. Don't mess with things that aren't yours. The showroom is open really late, or the show hour. The hall expo, or the expo hall, is only 10 to 6, but the show itself is 10 to 12, 10 to 12, and then 10 to 7. We're gonna have to download the PAX South mobile app, Dodge. I have tons of lanyards to use. I'll bring you an extra. I mean, they're gonna have them, but I'll bring you an extra one too for you. Today is an Ask Me Anything stream, though, by the way, guys. So if you want to ask me anything you want, anything you're interested in, if you have a question about me, I will answer it if I can. Hit me up with some questions. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a another drink, so I will be right back.
No more hangovers like the ones you gave to me. 'Cause I don't wanna be numb anymore. Don't wanna play dumb not anymore. I let that fire burn inside of me. 'Cause all I need is that dance floor. The music's all I ask for. You mean nothing to me no more, no more. 'Cause I'm better on my own. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody to make me feel good. I don't need nobody. I don't need I was addicted to the way you made me feel. But now I know that none of it was ever real. 'Cause everything you did made me feel low. And now that I'm without you, I'm in control. I let that fire burn inside of me. 'Cause all I need is that dance floor.
All right,
Music's all I ask.
I'm back.
You mean nothing to me
No questions.
no more.
Good.
'Cause I'm better on my own. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody to make me feel good. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody.
What do you guys think I should stream tomorrow? Trying to come up with like an IRL stream, but there's not much other than like going to like a mall or something. It's gonna be raining. What do you guys think? I mean, I can stream Atlas. I think that was the main plan. Love to see. Steph is working, yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's off Saturday though, so we're trying to figure out what to do like Saturday. Oh, we could do Jackbox. It'd be fun. I do have Jackbox, so. I think if Atlas is going on, we can do Atlas. That would be pretty. That'll be pretty fun. All right, B-Ray, thanks for stopping in, man. I'll see you later. I kind of want to play more Subnautica, I'm not gonna lie. Gosh, I really started to build stuff. But I need to find like the upgrade module for it and stuff. Maybe we can play a game of Counter-Strike or something. But guys, I think if there's nothing else to talk about, I think we're gonna end the stream. and we'll brainstorm a little bit about I think I'll brainstorm a little bit for the rest of the night, kind of on what to do tomorrow. I'll try to come up with something fun to do. If worst comes to worst, we will do an Atlas stream tomorrow. I mean, it should be pretty fun. I think a lot of us are gonna be gaying it. So if you guys want to play with us, we're gonna have I think we're gonna have a decent sized crew, and as long as the game comes out tomorrow. I mean, that's the plan, so I would assume that it's going to, but we'll see. Okay. I'll probably try to start streaming that like right when I get home if it's available. I don't know when it's coming out exactly. So yeah. But thank you so much for being here, everyone. We went over everything that we really wanted to do next year and stuff like that, but it's gonna be pretty fun. 50 hours? Holy shit. Okay. All right, let the grind begin. I think that'll be good because then people won't run into each other as much. But enough. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully the game tomorrow is going to be fun. We'll see. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later, nerds.